Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It? I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday where I'm talking over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I will have my playlist linked down below as well as the community playlist, which I started, where any creator who makes this style of video, new makeup releases style of video, can add it to the playlist if you want to binge watch videos like this. But as always, I have a lot to chat about, especially this week. So why don't we go ahead and get started. All right, I am welcoming myself back to filming. I'm filming this on Tuesday. We got in at midnight last night from our vacation. I am pretty tired. I am not unpacked yet, and there's a lot going on, but I knew I needed to sit down and get this video filmed as quickly as I could so I can still get it up on time tomorrow morning. But I am officially back from vacation, looking at a bunch of snow, so that's great. We went to Punta Cana for 6 days, me, my husband, and two of our friends, and we had a great time. I really tried to actually vacation, take some time off. I kept putting my phone in the safe. I wasn't on social media a lot. I did have a video still going up every single day except for Saturdays, and I was posting here and there on Instagram, but I really tried to give myself a vacation, and I think I did a pretty good job at it. I had a lot of fun, but like I said, I really stayed off social media. I didn't watch any YouTube videos on vacation. I was very rarely on Twitter. Caught a few things here and there on Instagram, but this morning when I was going through my phone, looking at the tags, and then looking at the Trend Mood One Instagram, who I'll have linked down below, I was like, whoa, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to chat about this week. So we definitely have a lot to dive into. I'm a little bit sunburned. I haven't worn makeup in a week, so it was pretty fun putting makeup on today. I pretty much wore nothing on vacation, sometimes a little bit of concealer, but it was mostly just sunscreen. Sunscreen was what I wore the most of, and I still got a little bit burnt. But yeah, and also my lips are swollen. If you notice that my lips look a little funky, I got a pretty bad sunburn on my lips and it caused them to swell. And my voice is not totally 100% normal. You know, there's a lot going on when you go on a vacation with your friends, but we're gonna try to make it through this video. Woo! Okay, so let's jump into it. First up, I was getting so many tags, and I saw the tags coming in on this even before last week's video went up because I pre-filmed quite a few days in advance for that video, and I saw a bunch of tags and I was like, shoot, I wish I could have made it into last week's video, but we're going to talk about it today. This is from Natasha Denona. The Bloom Blush and Highlighting Palette, inspired by the Diamond and Blush, includes 4 new shades of Cream Shimmer, Glow Extreme Powder, Cream Blush, and Duo Glow Powder formulas that nourish and perfect for the ultimate skin-loving glow. This is going to be a permanent item, which is also very exciting. It's going to be $55, and it says available February 12th online, so I will have it linked down below. Okay, so of course right away, this caught my attention. I looked at it, I like the packaging. I think that it looks beautiful. I was kind of, you know, considering these different shades inside. I saw the price tag, which is $55, which we know that Natasha Denona is really high up there. I do like a lot of products from Natasha Denona. The Super Glow Highlighter in Fair is my favorite. I just did a video recently of my #1 most worn makeup products, the #1 in each category. I think that was yesterday's video. I'm still gonna be super confused on my schedule for a while, but I believe that was yesterday's video, so I'll have it linked down below. And the Natasha Highlight was the one that I mentioned. Looking at this palette, I love face palettes, don't get me wrong. I don't know how much use I would get out of this one. Let me move over. I don't know how much use I would get out of this one for sure. There's that really deep red blush in there. The swatches do definitely look very beautiful, and the swatch on Trend Mood of that deep red, you know, once it's blended out, it doesn't look as deep in the pan, but I'm still not sure, like I'm not 100% that I would be reaching into all of these shades really consistently. And I think for me, when it comes to Natasha Denona and the higher price tags, I honestly would rather just get one single product that I know that I'm just gonna use a bunch of, like that single highlighter. I'm gonna keep reaching for that time and time again, instead of going into a face palette with multiple shades but not getting as much use out of them. I think that's kind of where I'm at right now with my preferences. So just looking at this one, looking at the swatches and all of that, again, it's such a beautiful palette. I do like that it's permanent because I've said before, I'm not someone who purchases or who's really attracted to a lot of limited edition items. That's just not my style. So I do really like that it's permanent, but definitely more pricey, and I think that I can go ahead and pass over it. I did just also do a face palette declutter. That went up when I was on my trip as well, so I can link that one down below. So I just decluttered my face palettes, got it down to, you know, what I'm really happy with to have in my collection. So that also kind of makes me not like want to run out and grab another one, if you know what I'm saying. But I do think that it's definitely gorgeous. I'd love to know, you know, how many people are interested in that palette, but I think that I can go ahead and pass over that one. There's a bunch of tags that Too Faced is starting their own skincare line. My dog is just walking around. You guys can probably hear, I get comments about like hearing Aries taps in the background, but she's been, you know, she hasn't been with us for a week, so usually she just lays down when I'm filming, but she's like ready to party. She's so excited to be back home, so sorry if you can hear her walking around. I'm just excited to have my dog back. They get quite a few tags that Too Faced is starting a skincare line. So it says launching a full line of skincare, part of the Hangover line. So one of the sneak peeks of like the first product that's coming out is a moisturizer. It says with SPF 25 and also with coconut water. So the Hangover RX primer, I know was really popular. Then they came out with the spray. I know that was really popular too. You know, I'm always interested in skincare. I enjoy trying out new skincare and, you know, all that fun stuff. I'll be curious about this one. You know, I'll be curious to see what else Too Faced is coming out with. You know, we have the moisturizer first. For whatever reason, I'm really particular about my moisturizers. I kind of have like my tried and true that I just keep going back to and I keep going back to. And I don't know what it is about moisturizers, but I'm kind of like finicky with them. So right off the bat, I'm not like, ooh, I really want to try this one, just because I know that it's just hard to replace kind of like my holy grail moisturizers. So you know, I'll probably see what some of the reviews are saying and, you know, see what a few more of the items that are coming out, the prices of everything and all of that. But it's interesting that they're coming out with skincare because Colourpop now has Fourth Ray Beauty, which is focused on skincare. I believe Tarte released a skincare line as well. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. I don't think it's Tarte. I think it's like a different thing, but also skincare, and now Too Faced. So this is very interesting. I'm pretty curious about this. So what are you guys thinking about that trend? What do you think about the Too Faced skincare? I would love to know, but yeah, I'm curious about that one, but probably not something I'm gonna jump at right away. I got a bunch of tags and a bunch of comments on this because I believe I was talking about this lipstick in a video that was pre-filmed like weeks in advance and went up on my channel. So I remember seeing all these comments come in about Milk Makeup is just reformulating, it's okay, cream is not going away, and all these different things, and I was like, whoo, goodness, like, yay. But I've been talking recently about Milk Makeup and their lipsticks. I especially love their lipstick in cream. And I was saying I wasn't sure what was going on. I wasn't sure if they were being discontinued. A bunch of them went off the Sephora website. They were also really heavily discounted. I think they were like half price or something. So I was like, ooh, what's going on here? And so it's been announced that they are coming out with new packaging. It says new formula. So we'll see about that. It says a semi-matte lip color packed with pigment and hydrating ingredients. It's going to be $24. And then it lists a bunch of the shades. Cream is my favorite, which is described as a neutral pink peach. And it's just one of my favorite lip shades. I've talked about it so much on my channel. When they first released, I was talking about this one a lot. I wear it so often. I just think that it's such a beautiful shade. It's kind of like a My Lips but better type of shade, and I just enjoy it so much. I like that it applies creamy, but it looks more matte on the lips, but it's without being too drying. I just think it's a great lipstick. So when I was seeing that, I was kind of like, oh, is Milk discontinuing these? What's going on? I'm really excited to see them in the new packaging. I think the new packaging looks a lot better than what they had going on now. It definitely wasn't my favorite. I can grab, if I cannot fall off my chair, I have it right here. This is what it looks like, and this is what cream looks like. I don't really see it as peachy, so I'm kind of curious how that's going to be. I've never really thought cream was peach, so I'm a little concerned about the description there, but I'll be curious to see how the formula is. I'm probably going to go ahead and grab it just because I kind of do want to compare and see what I think, because I do recommend this one quite a bit, so especially if it's going to be new and a new formula, I want to be able to give my thoughts, like an updated thoughts on it. So I might grab one of them just to check it out. So really excited to see that. But if you guys tried any of the Milk Makeup lip colors, what do you think? But yeah, I'm glad that they're not discontinuing them. I'll be curious about the new formula though. As always, we do need to talk about Colourpop this week. So Colourpop is coming out with new liquid liners. So there's 7 different shades. They have a felt tip, a pointy smudge proof, not waterproof, it says smudge proof. And these are $8. It says it will be available on February 15th. And I believe I just got another new discount code with Colourpop. I had a code with them, a non-affiliate code, just a $5 discount code for you. And then I got another like PR package from them and it had a different code in there. And then I just got one. Like I said, we just got back at midnight last night. I went to the post office this morning to pick up our mail that we had held, and there was a Colourpop box in there. So I opened it and there was another code on top, and this one is just 5 Samantha. So that's a lot easier than what they had going on last time, because it was like AM91 March Beauty Word. There was a lot going on. So I wonder if the feedback was like, hey, why are these codes all of a sudden super weird? So now it's just 5 Samantha if you want $5 off your $10 or more purchase on the Colourpop website. Again, not an affiliate code, just a discount code. So I will have that in the description box as well. But so they're coming out with these new liquid liners. You know, I would be curious to try these. They're not something that I'm immediately like, oh, I really want to go get that, even though I do like eyeliners. I like liquid liners. I like the regular pencil liners. I do enjoy eyeliners. So I'm curious to try them out, but again, it's not a release that I generally just run out and go purchase something right away. And I did make a purchase from Colourpop. I got my package in the day before, I think it was, that we left for vacation. I ordered some of those pigments from Kathleen Lights and also a palette. So I'm planning to do some sort of video with them coming up here. I haven't even been able to like play with the items that I received or anything yet, because I got it so close from before we left. But I will definitely be playing with those first, and then again, if I want to make a Colourpop order in the future and need something to kind of throw in there, maybe I would consider an eyeliner. They're coming out with a lot of, I mean, Colourpop always comes out with a lot, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times it's like palettes or, you know, just kind of like the same type of products, and so they're coming out with newer items like the mascaras. Now they got the eyeliners, so that's kind of fun to see. But yeah, you'll have to let us know if you're grabbing any of those. Moving on to some more new releases from Too Faced. So they're coming out with a new natural eyeshadow palette. This is the Natural Lust palette with 30 new shades. It says a big palette that includes some natural warm peachy shades, golds, pink berry, peacock green, deep colors. All I see right now is coming soon. So they released something like this in the past, but this is the new one. And I have to say, like, looking at this photo, I feel nothing towards this palette, I'm not gonna lie. And I am someone who I enjoy neutral tones and all of that, and natural palettes. That's totally my vibe. But this one, it just did nothing for me. And you know, I've been saying a lot, you know, over the past several months now, that I like the smaller palettes. I like palettes with more or with less shades, more of like a color story. This is just, there's too many similarities in here, and there's just like too many shades and then too many that are similar to one another that I'm just like, no, I can't say that I'm interested at all. So that one is definitely a no-go for me. And then they're also coming out with a new Cocoa Contour palette. So it says that it's going to be a new collection. So we have the eyeshadow palette so far, and then the Cocoa Contour palette. So it looks like a really beautiful palette. And like I said, I do like face palettes, and I have the natural face palette from Too Faced, and that was in my face palette declutter, and I ended up keeping it. I really like all of the shades out of it. There's definitely like my favorites in there, but I like all 6 shades, which isn't always something that happens. And this one looks really pretty. We have a light, medium, and deep highlight, and then a light, medium, and deep contour. It looks very pretty. I like the packaging on it, but especially because I have that natural face palette, I don't think that I need that one. That one does include blushes and bronzers versus contours, but again, I'm probably good. You know what I'm saying? But so I think that it is pretty, but this is one where I don't feel like I would utilize all of the shades out of there, like maybe most of the shades, but again, just trying to be a little bit better, especially with, you know, something like face palettes, and am I gonna use all the shades? Am I gonna use them all a lot? Etc. and all of that. So I don't feel like I really need that Cocoa Contour from Too Faced also. And then we have another new mascara coming out. This one is from Pat McGrath. This is the Fetish Eyes Mascara. It says to dramatically lift, lengthen, and seamlessly build for lethally luxe lashes that defy gravity like lash extensions in a tube. So it's going to be $28 and will be available February 15th. I honestly have no idea what the date is today. No clue. No clue what the date is. Ooh, okay. So this mascara, it looks very pretty. I would probably see some reviews on it, and if a lot of people are saying that it's totally excellent, I might go out and try it, but I have a lot of mascaras right now that I really like a lot. The NARS Climax, the Hourglass Caution Mascara, the Milk Kush Mascara. CoverGirl just came out with a new mascara that I'm really liking, the Exhibitionist Mascara. That's a really good one. I feel like I definitely have a lot of mascaras right now, and I feel like I have quite a few open at the moment too, which isn't always the best thing, but this is one that I don't get super hyped up right away. But again, you know, of course, I watch YouTube videos all day long, so I'll be watching for some reviews of it, and if people are saying that it's pretty awesome, I might go ahead and think about grabbing that one. And then we have a new eyeshadow palette. This is from Bakerie, and it says, look what's coming, new exclusive to Riley Rose. So it says set your oven timers for this new launch by Bakerie. Bakerie really does have great packaging. Like they just really do. So it says this is the proof. The proof is in the Puddin eyeshadow palette. 9 beautiful sweet warm shades for $38. Will be available February 22nd online and in stores at Riley Rose. And again, really like the packaging on it, but the inside of the palette just doesn't totally do it for me. I have a lot of palettes like this in my collection, you know, just kind of more of like your neutral warm tones. We have the mixture of matte and shimmers. There's a really pretty orange in there. I think that the palette looks very pretty, but I just don't feel like it's something that I need in my collection at this moment. So I would pass over that one from Bakerie, but what are your thoughts on that one? Huda Beauty did come out with some new shades of her let me make sure to say the name right, the Melted Shadows. So it's the dual ended bottle with the different formulas on each side. So you have the velvety matte shade and then the glittery shimmer formula. These are $25 each, right? Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, $25 each. So she came out with a couple of shades and now she's released some more shades. I've seen the reviews on it and they definitely do look interesting. I did a video a couple weeks ago trying out new makeup, the series that I do on Fridays, and I used something really similar to these from Wet n Wild, and I can't think of the price off the top of my head, but it's Wet n Wild. It was super affordable. It was like, I don't know, $6, $7 or something like that. And they actually performed really well. I was kind of shocked, and you get my first impression like, what? Is this really working in the video? Which is kind of fun. So I'll link that one down below if you've missed it, but those worked really well, and I've tried a few more from Wet n Wild because, you know, it's a first impression video. I'm going to come back and give my full thoughts on everything. So I've been trying different shades and all of that, and I've been really impressed. So I honestly don't feel the urge to run out and spend $25 on the Huda ones. I'm not going to lie. Like, yes, it would be a good thing comparison wise, I guess, as a YouTuber to be like, oh, are these exact dupes and all of that, but at the same time as like thinking not being a YouTuber and just being like a regular gal, it doesn't totally make a ton of sense for me. And another thing too is that that's not a formula or a product that is my go-to. I mostly just, you know, would reach in for my eyeshadow palettes, but every once in a while I can mix it up kind of thing. So it's like, do I really want to, again, go out and spend $25 on a couple to be able to test out and see if they're a dupe, and then I have more in my collection of products that I'm not reaching for a ton? That's just not very smart thinking on my part. I don't think it would be a smart purchase on my part, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just going to continue to pass over these and, you know, keep testing out my ones from Wet n Wild and let you know what I think about those. But have you guys tried the ones from Huda Beauty? Have you tried Huda Beauty and Wet n Wild? Do you think that they're dupes to one another? I mean, I'm sure there's so many people out there who have done dupe videos on these as well. I personally haven't seen any yet myself, but I can totally see that there's probably dupe videos out there. Again, I've been off social media for a full week now, so I'm sure I've missed a lot, but the new colors do look really pretty. There's like a minty one and yellow and pink and all of that, but again, just, you know, the Will I Buy It's were also started to hopefully help others, including myself, as I sit here and talk about it, but make smart decisions. Think about it instead of just going out and boom, grabbing something. Really think about, will you buy it? Do you need it? You know, do you need this in your collection? I feel like these videos that, I mean, I've been doing the Will I Buy It's, we have over 100 episodes of these. I think it's like over 120 maybe. It really has helped me slow down and really think through things. And, you know, I always say, does this make me do the double take? It does? Okay, then let me think. Do I need this? You know, would it be worth the money? Is it a good thing for my collection? Etc., etc. So I feel like these videos have helped me definitely. And, you know, hopefully they've helped some of you too. So, yeah, I just don't think that that one would be a smart purchase for me. Okay, so we have some new releases from Charlotte Tilbury, I believe, is who I'm going to be talking about next. Yeah, Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with the Icon palette. This is 12 shades. It says multi-use for eye, lips, and cheeks. You can use it wet or dry. And then she's also coming out with the Latex Love liquid lipstick. Ooh, that sounds kind of weird. Latex Love. That says a high shine lacquer glosses moisturizing texture in 6 different shades. These are going to be limited edition and available on February 28th. I don't see the price on this post, but it's Charlotte Tilbury, so it's probably going to be a little bit higher. The Icon palette looks pretty, but it reminds me a lot of like a Kevyn Aucoin palette. The Electropop. No, not the Electropop palette. There's a Kevyn Aucoin palette that I own that it looks really similar to it, even just like, not the outer packaging, but like inside when you open it up and you see the different shades. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Again, it's simply not something that made me do a double take. I do like the outer packaging and I think that that's very fun, but once you actually opened it up and I saw the different swatches and such, I just can't say that I was like, ooh, I think that I need that. So again, double take, did I do it? No, then I don't even have to consider it because there's, you know, so much more makeup that is going to make me do a double take. So that palette didn't get me super stoked. And then the Latex Love liquid lipstick. I don't know if I totally love the sounds of these, and it says that the liquid lipstick is limited edition, which is kind of odd to me, but I think that I can go ahead and pass over it. I also did a really big lipstick declutter recently. I decluttered over 100 lipsticks out of my collection, which I was super proud about, and I'm trying to be a little bit better of how many lip products that I'm purchasing and all of that, and couple of that with that, I just don't think it sounds like something that I would really enjoy. I know that I can go ahead and pass over that. I did get quite a few tags on this palette here. This is from OPV Beauty. They're coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. This is in Spotlight. It says, inspired by the dazzling lights of show business, there is a diverse array of shades. My poor little voice. It has 18 shades. There's matte, there's shimmers, there's metallics. It says create it with all skin tones in mind. The formula is smooth, buttery, and highly pigmented. It's going to be 29 euros and available February 22nd on the website. It's a very eye-catching palette. Definitely when I saw the tags coming in on it, I did do the double take on it. I was kind of like, who is this? You know, I could see the OPV stamped in there because I like to say sometimes when I get tags, I like to try to guess who it is before I look at the captions or look at more of the photos to see if I could figure it out. I saw the OPV in there and I was like, I'm not familiar with that brand. I'm not. I've never purchased anything from them. I don't feel like I've heard a lot from them. So if you guys have tried OPV Beauty, you'll have to let us know in the comments down below. The palette is definitely very beautiful. There's, you know, the blues in there and the greens and reds and oranges, and, you know, then we have a little bit more of some neutrals in there too. It's a very eye-catching palette. I think that I'd definitely be curious to hear some reviews on this. And again, if people are saying that it's so great, you know, maybe I could try it out for myself. But I did do the double take on it. Then you know, I kind of talk it through myself, the pros and cons of purchasing something, and I can't say I landed firmly on like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this palette right away type of thing. I'm trying to do a new eyeshadow palette series on my channel with the countdown style, you know, ranking the newer eyeshadow palettes that I'm trying out, and I still need to film that video. I've been trying out so many new eyeshadow palettes, trying to do multiple looks with them so I can put the different looks in the video, and of course be testing out the formulas in different ways and all of that to get my full reviews on. So I'm still working on the next video for that. So it's kind of like, I don't need to introduce any more new eyeshadow palettes into my collection at this very moment. I would really like to get that video up and then start working on the next batch for the next video. So pretty crazy, but that is the OPV palette, and I would love to hear your thoughts on that one. We have some new skincare news from Ole Henriksen. Ole Henriksen is one of my favorite skincare brands. When I was talking about being more particular with my moisturizers, the Sea Rush moisturizer that they have is one of my favorites. It's one that I've continually gone back to. I think it's fabulous. I have a lot more from Ole Henriksen that I just absolutely enjoy so much, but they're coming out with a new addition to the Banana Bright line. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. So primer, not skincare, but hopefully that makes sense. But it says vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments for an instant brightening and long-lasting glow. It says it can be worn alone, under makeup, or dabbed on top of makeup as a highlight, which is very interesting. There's a bunch of different claims on this one. It says it's going to be $36 and available February 21st. So like I was saying, I love the Sea Rush moisturizer. I love the Banana Bright eye creme. It's what I used this morning, and I think that it's definitely one of my favorite eye creams. It's something that you kind of notice right away when you use it. You notice that brightening effect to it. So I'm very curious about this. I do kind of wish it was more just like skincare based versus a face primer, but I get what they're saying. You know, you can wear it alone. It has vitamin C, it has vitamin E, which is all great. It's supposed to leave your skin dewy and hydrated and all of that. I'm curious about this one. I might try to grab it just because I love that line so much. You know, it's something that I've tested a lot of products from Olehenriksen. I really like a lot from them. There has been misses from Olehenriksen, don't get me wrong, just like there is with every brand out there, but they have so many hits for me that I get a little bit curious about this one, I'm not gonna lie. So you have to let us know what you think about that one from Olehenriksen. The last product that I want to talk about is new releases from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So she is coming out with the Dip Brow Gel. It says it's the perfect combination of a dip brow and brow gel. So it's supposed to be pigmented, full coverage, waterproof, smudge proof. There's 11 shades, long wearing, available in 2 sizes. Looks like there's a full and then a mini, which I think is great. I wish more brands did that. I think that's awesome. This is gonna be available March 4th online and March 7th in stores. I'm not gonna lie, I don't fully understand what this is because I am not a brow queen. Anastasia is, I am not. So a combination between the dip brow and the brow gel. Very interesting. I don't use brow gels a lot. I also don't usually use dip brows. I mostly just go for the pencils, and that's about it. So I think I'm gonna pass over this because I just don't think it's a product that I would really get along with. I don't think it would be user-friendly for someone like me. I try and get out of my comfort zone every once in a while with brows, but I mostly just go back to my pencils time and time again. So this isn't something that really interested me. I have tried the dip brow actually from Anastasia. I tried like a sample of it once and it really wasn't for me, but I mean, I can see a lot of people getting very excited over this, especially because Anastasia is really known for brows, but I just think it's something that would not be in my comfort zone and probably not something that I would reach for a ton. So I would pass over this one from Anastasia. But after that, that is gonna wrap it up for today's Will I Buy It video. I'm sure this video was like kind of awkward since I haven't filmed for a full week and my voice is kind of rough and all of that, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of all the products that I mentioned down below. I'm super happy to be back and getting back into the swing of things. And yeah, other than that, guys, if you did enjoy today's video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.